everyone. Welcome back to another Cosmic Circus review. My name is Vin. With me, as always, is John.
Hello.
And we're back. No more Sundance. Sundance is over. Please check out all our videos. Many videos. Lots of coverage. It was fun. It was exciting. I can take a nap. Okay, today we were talking about The Dead Thing, which could describe us after Sundance.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. The Dead Thing. This is a new 2025 movie directed by Elric Kane, written by Elric Kane, and Webb Wilcoxon, starring Blue Hunt as Alex, and Ben Smith-Petersen as Kyle. Do you know anything about Elric Kane?
I think I do. I think he correct me if I'm wrong, does he run a podcast?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend, Jeremy Thomas. You end up hearing this. I hope you hear this, Jeremy. Jeremy Thomas, I think is a very big fan of his podcast. This was part of the reason why this was on my radar.
Okay.
I almost got to review this during Fantasia,
Mhm.
but I got sick during Fantasia and was not able to do what I was able to do during Sundance during Fantasia. Um, so my coverage was not as great this year. But it's been on my radar since.
Mhm.
Seeing that it was part of that list. I think it actually was a part of Fantastic Fest also.
Mhm.
If I remember correct. I think so.
I'm not sure, but actually, he has a letterbox page, and if you look at his letterbox, he's kind of been commenting every time there's some kind of premiere. So you can look at his page, and you can kind of follow the different
Oh,
premieres
interesting. Yeah.
that thing is having. Yeah, but now it's playing on Shudder, or will be soon. You
No,
know
no,
when it
no. It
comes
will
out?
be Friday. It's going to be Friday. It'll come
Okay,
out.
so it
Yeah.
will be playing on Shudder this Valentine's Day. So if you
Yes.
don't want to go see like Captain America, or I think there's like Bridget Jones or something like that, you can come watch The Dead Thing.
If you're wanting a very interesting romance, go watch The Dead Thing.
It
Yes,
is,
yes.
it fits the Valentine's Day theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe we can talk about the story a bit. So it's about a girl. She has a something like Tinder. It's called Friction. She has some kind of like app. She swipes. She gets with guys. She gets with many guys. One of the guys she gets with. How far do we want to go into spoilers?
Let's just I'll try to summarize it like
Sure,
as
sure. Pretty
ridiculous as
quick.
possible. Just meet the guy, and what I can tell you is that they go on a date, they have a really nice night. The next morning, he doesn't remember her.
Hmm.
Very
Good.
simple. Very
Good.
simple to play, and we won't go any further than that.
Hmm.
And he doesn't respond to her text.
Hmm.
And for some reason, the mystery at first is why doesn't he remember who she is?
Hmm.
And we'll go from there, and we'll talk about it from there.
Okay. I think I can start a little bit with some of my positives.
Yeah,
I like the mystery aspects. I really like how creepy it is. It's very uncomfortable, very unsettling. Um,
very unsettling, and the score is unsettling too.
the score is good too. Um, I thought it was funny that her job is just scan things, just scan. And there's some cool visual shots in this. There's some cool surrealism. There's one scene where she's crying and like she's crying like with sunglasses,
But
and
it's
it's
like
like dark makeup with glitter, and it's
yeah,
just one of the
glittering,
most amazing like cinematic shots. Like
and
that's the kind of
it
shot that
makes
like
her skin green.
there's like a green light on her too. So there's like a green light, and she has like glittering dark makeup. It's amazing. Like this is a kind of cinematic shot. Like you envision the shot, and you can write a movie around the shot. That's how
Yeah,
great of a. And I really like not spoilers, but I really like the ending. How this turns into like kind of a full on horror movie for a little bit at the end. There's some really great sequences at the end. The sound design, the music, the credits, even the style of the credits was really cool at the end with the music and the font and all of that. That being said, I thought this movie stunk. Okay, John, you can go.
I didn't think it was bad on a surface level. I can see why somebody would hate it.
Okay.
It's starting coming together. I think it's a bit on the nose
Hmm.
at the end, but I think it's a abstract metaphor for how one relationship can cost you everything.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is kind of my takeaway from it. I think we can have like maybe a 5 minute spoiler discussion just like at the end.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
For
like
sure.
we might put this on Friday
Hmm.
just so we can have that 5 minute conversation. But there's a topic surrounding this film about how everything around this girl is
Hmm.
either dying or or falling apart, or there's one part in the movie where she seemingly misses work for like 9 days,
Hmm.
and they don't really understand. She doesn't understand why.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've ever been in love, but I've been there.
Hmm.
Yeah, obviously we talked about that, but if you're in an unhealthy either breakup or if you're in an unhealthy relationship, this entire film can feel like this is an entire like way it can feel. It
Okay.
can feel like your relationships are being messed up. It can feel like your work environment is being messed up. It can make you feel like you don't want to get out of bed
Hmm.
some days. Like there's like a grief that
Hmm.
goes on, not even just when you're in it, even when you're out of it.
Yeah, but
There can be
afterwards, it lingers.
there can
Yeah.
be a grief on both sides of it. Like
Mhm.
so, the way that I took it is that there was a conversation around that. Now we can argue if it does it well. I think.
Mhm.
I think it does it pretty interestingly.
Mhm.
Um, 'Cause this is like a movie that was obviously made independently of anybody.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to accomplish some of that, I think, is pretty fascinating to me that they did it on this kind of scale.
Mhm.
I do think that it gets a little bit on the nose the more it goes along. I don't know if you agree
Mhm.
with me on
Yeah.
that or not.
Yeah. But
Like
I
it
like what you're
becomes,
saying, kind of about how it's a metaphor for kind of like the relationships that stay with you, or like especially toxic relationships that stay with you and they kind of like follow you, even when
yes,
like you're out of
yeah.
the relationship, like it kind of they kind of ghosts you. I guess
It
that
kind of stays along
yeah,
with you even
yeah.
after that. Yeah,
Like I understood those themes while watching, but I didn't really think about it too deeply like that. So that's a really interesting point. Um,
yeah,
I do want to say I Blue Hunt, the actor, the actress in the center, I thought she was really good in this. I think
yeah.
the character is a little bit underwritten. They're all underwritten, maybe stylistically, maybe on purpose. I think it's a very kind of
I think it.
flatly written.
I think it's pulled away on purpose.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
But
it's.
her,
I think you, the viewer,
mhm,
are supposed to fill in those gaps a
okay.
little bit. Like you're not supposed to have all the information.
Hmm.
I do. The one part that I wish that I had a little more on was the friend. I felt like that moment would have hit a little
Hmm.
bit harder with the friend if there was
Hmm.
like more development there. Because like I
Hmm.
didn't feel like I had enough
Yeah.
to hang any emotional investment
Yeah,
on.
they give you a
To,
little, but it's either it's either a little bit too much or a little or not enough, but it's not quite satisfying where we are with her.
Yeah, it's not quite there. It's not quite
Yeah,
there. They get to a nugget of investment, but I think that moment would have hit harder with just a
yeah,
little more,
yeah,
just a little more there. Like one scene, I think could have take care of all of it, but I'm not sure what that scene would be. But it
yeah.
just we needed just a little more between them. But I think for the most part, I mean, with indie film, I try to be a little more relaxed
I know.
on
Yeah,
things. Yeah, because like
it's
stop playing by the same rules as like Wolfman. Like Wolfman's got a budget.
this is better than Wolfman, I promise.
Wolfman, it cost.
Wolfman remains the worst movie of the year.
I don't know if it's the worst, but the thing is, like, Wolfman costs more than Upgrade.
Uh huh.
Upgrade costs more than this movie.
Uh huh.
And it's like the fact that like they were able to do this
Yeah.
on the budget they have. I think it does what it needs to do for what they were able to accomplish. I think there's room to grow for sure, though.
Hey,
There's definitely
John,
room to grow.
what does David Chen say at the end of every slash film review?
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, they made a movie, and that's the greatest thing of all,
Yeah,
right?
because it's just impressive. It's so difficult to make a movie, and it's so impressive. And this movie, I started with those positives because it's so stylish. Like there's so much that's really awesome in this movie. I
Yeah,
struggled with the writing a lot. I had a big problems with the writing, but the more I'm talking to you right now, I'm realizing that it's intentional. I think, and
yeah,
maybe I didn't. I don't like the effect. Like this is a very uncomfortable movie, and especially as a horror movie, it's effective in creating an emotional response. But it's like a sexual assault is out the wazoo. This is a sexual assault movie, and it's heavy. It's heavy. It's uncomfortable. It's so creepy. It's a
yeah.
stalker
And,
movie.
and to be clear, it makes those scenes
Yeah.
not enjoyable, not enjoyable at all.
But
Like,
that's absolutely the intention, right?
yeah, it is.
I mean, as a horror movie to create an emotional response. It is absolutely that, you know.
But
But
you know
oh boy,
what's funny is like
yeah.
I was watching it and there was somebody here with me and I was watching it and it was very uncomfortable. Very
I can't.
uncomfortable.
I can't even imagine. Like, who is
And
this? What is this guy watching?
and they were but what's funny is they were like, it's a pretty good movie. Took me out. It took me completely out whenever they said that.
It's real interesting that we talk about Lee Whannell because the one movie I was going to compare this to is the one Lee Whannell movie you did not mention. How does this compare to Invisible Man? What do you think?
I don't think that they're doing. I know. Well, that's something
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
that's a very interesting comparison.
Uh huh.
I don't think it's the same
Not at
goal,
all. Not the same, but
but
there's toying with
there
a
is a
few of the same
parallel.
ideas.
There
Yeah.
is a parallel. There is a parallel. Because one of them is about like a deliberate psychopath stalking somebody while
Mhm.
they're invisible. The other one is like
This one, no spoilers.
yeah, the other one is like yeah, the other one is it's comparable. I don't want to say
Mhm.
how, but like
Yeah.
it is comparable.
Yeah.
Um, I will say that some of the death scenes they threw me off at first
For sure.
until I kind of like put it together and like again, you gotta make a leap in thought to actually put these ideas together in your head.
Yeah.
And I think that's intentional. I think
Mhm.
you gotta do the work yourself to actually
Mhm.
figure that out.
Yeah.
But
the
there's
the editing is very disorienting. Um, and at
but
first I was a
there's
little bit frustrated. It's effective, but it's a little bit confusing too.
yeah.
I but of course they don't want to hold your hand too much, but
But
yeah.
there's death in it. I'm not gonna say who dies, but there's one death that like leads to all the other deaths. And
Hmm.
that first death, I'm still kind of confused, like who killed who, or like
Hmm.
why,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, this is a very difficult film to talk about without spoilers. That's all I'm gonna say. But my overall thought is that it is about how one terrible, terrible romance that is strong and connected and
Hmm.
that has so much feeling, whether it is toxic or not, how it can just affect everything.
Hmm.
Everything, no matter what. It's like a virus in your mind. And then it just spreads into everything. And I feel like the girl that's in it, she played it very great. She played it very strong,
Incredible,
very
incredible. Yeah,
very
yeah.
commanding for somebody I've never seen before. It looked like she had a very Vanessa Hudgens kind of like vibe to her.
Kind of, yeah, yeah.
Kind
Her
of
name is
vibe to
Blue Hunt.
her.
Blue Hunt. Yeah.
But she was very good in it. I don't know if any of this helped you at all with
No,
your thoughts.
absolutely. Because this whole metaphor that you were talking about like a toxic relationship that stays with you and haunts you. Wow, that kind of broke the movie open for me. Um, I still think I have my frustrations with it, but I understand it so much deeper now already. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I just didn't click that because I just finished it and then we just started recording. I didn't even. Oh,
Well,
that's good. That's good.
it's like I said
Yeah.
on the surface. On the surface, it might make you want to pull your hair out, like because it just it doesn't
Yeah.
it does not like this is not conventional. It is
Mhm.
not a conventional narrative at all.
And it's so unpleasant,
Yeah,
intentionally, on purpose, unpleasant. But boy, it's unpleasant. Yeah.
almost like bring them down. Very much like bring them down. Very
Yeah.
unpleasant. Very uncomfortable.
I enjoyed that one, but differently because I think perhaps this is deeper than, huh?
This one's
Yeah,
deeper. It's
this is
more
deeper.
abstract.
This
It's
is
more
the more
abstract.
abstract is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's good because it's abstract, and at first I was kind of like, this is weirdly put together. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want to rewatch it. Thanks, John.
Yeah, yeah, rewatch it. Put those ideas in your head. So I mean, that kind of clicks a little better.
Yeah, yeah.
And then again, I just finished watching this like 30 minutes ago. You know, I think anybody who's ever been through like I don't know if you've been through like a really tough, like painful relationship, but like it might click more for the people that have been through that really like that hurt, that
Mhm.
just that unloading hurt that just like not just like hurts you, but just hurts everybody around you. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Um,
it makes so much sense now if she's like the kind of depression and things like that, like especially about the 9 days of work that she misses, and the way
yeah.
she's responding to the people around her.
Yep.
Yeah, and
And
how it
and
even
her coworker. And her coworker.
exactly, and how it even affects her new upcoming relationships too.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy, that
yeah,
one
but
guy.
huh. I, I still think I have some issues with the writing, but the idea at the center of it makes so much more sense to me now. Oh, good conversation, John.
So should we do like a 5 minute spoiler? 5 minute spoiler? Just
Do you think we need to? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead if you have something to say.
yeah. So we'll do a five
Spoilers!
minute
Spoilers!
get out, do not stay, get the hell out of here. Okay. I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. It's
Okay.
staying in the cut. So the movie implies that she killed him.
Mm-hmm,
And I got the idea that that there was kind of a breakup there.
mm-hmm,
Or that like I don't know, it's a little messy at that point because like it implies that they had a one night stand
mm-hmm,
and then like you forgot her, but like if you look at the overall theme of it, you could make a deduction that either that they had a relationship that's not talked about,
mm-hmm,
or that one single event affected everything going forward.
mm-hmm.
Like because there's so much insecurity when you fall in love, and then somebody just ghosts you. When somebody ghosts you
Mm-hmm.
and they don't talk to you again, and you give them your heart, and you
Mm-hmm.
give them your soul,
Mm-hmm.
you give them everything, and then they just don't respond to you, and
Yeah.
it act like you don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it from that front, everything going forward made that guy
Yeah.
a demon for her
Yeah.
going forward to the very
I,
end.
I think that might have been why I didn't understand it the way you did because I just interpreted that one night. I didn't think about it as like a deeper, like serious relationship that she was trying to work her way out of. So I was
Yeah,
just like, it's just one night, and then she somehow like she just got unlucky, and now she's with this like ghost guy who's
yeah.
like haunting her.
But it's a
Yeah,
ghost that haunts her.
yeah,
It's that
yeah,
insecurity that just
yeah,
builds and builds and builds and
yeah.
kills
Like,
every relationship
can,
going
can you
forward.
imagine? Can you imagine if you have like before sunset, and then the girl turns into this ghost that tries
Oh
to?
God. And if you notice, like even like you can even think about it in this regard. Like at the very end of it, he's kind of controlling the guy and
Mhm.
what he says. So it's almost like she basically hears the same feedback loop from a new guy.
Mhm.
No matter what, no matter who she's with,
Mhm.
she's seeing that guy in the new guy.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's even got the same eyeball
Yeah.
at that one point. And to me, that was the abstract theme is that it's just one bad relationship can impact your entire worldview on everyone else. Now,
But it is weird that it's not all in her head because he goes and he sees other girls and he even tries to attack other girls too.
and again, like I said, there are things in there
Hmm.
that can like interfere
Hmm.
with this analogy, but at the
Hmm.
same time,
But
it
I
does.
love your analogy. Like this, I'm writing this down. This
Yeah,
interpretation.
but
Yeah.
it does affect like her friends.
Hmm.
It does affect like it does affect almost everything around her. I do agree that one part I don't quite get.
Hmm.
With that girl that he takes on a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
really
Who is
sure.
just some random? Yeah.
I'm not really sure what that was about, but everything else I could easily puzzle it to mean that.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
and that's why I was saying also, like, I like, I think this is like if you took the Invisible Man idea and if you made it more psychological than technological, like
yeah,
if the Invisible Man is like actually a ghost in her head haunting her, I really like, I really like the premise of this. I think, I have issues with the writing that we talked about, but like across the board, I think the directing is
yeah.
really good. I think the acting was good. I struggled a little bit with the writing, but the music, the sound effects, the lights, the surrealism.
The light's great.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
like and one reason why you know it's surreal. Who does a job like that at night? I kept thinking like,
And
what
the
job?
job is just scan. I love
Yeah,
that.
what job do you report in at night to scan things with only two people in the office? I was like, well, what's happening right now? You
And
know?
always a man and always a woman.
Yeah,
And a movie
that's it.
about sexual assault.
Yeah, nobody else is around but those two people. But very
Yeah.
surreal setup. That's all I gotta say about it though. That's the
Oh,
dead thing,
yeah.
everyone. So
Yeah. No, thank you for this convo, John, because I was watching this and I'm like, I kind of hate this. I don't like this at all. And then I'm talking to you and now I'm like, I feel like I'm on like, I understand like three more levels of it. And I want to go back
yeah,
and analyze it. Yeah. Good.
I
Good
mean,
convo. Yeah.
that's a miracle of conversation. That's why I
Yeah.
love talking about movies.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out The Dead Thing now that it, or when it comes out on Shudder, or maybe it's out already. If you enjoyed our discussion, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. We have lots more coverage coming soon. Are we doing Captain America next?
We are doing Captain America next, and
Uh huh.
we might also be doing Nickel Boys, and we also
I'm so
might be
excited for
doing,
that.
and
Yeah.
we also might be doing one movie that we have not heard back on yet. But yes,
Okay. Yeah. I'm really excited for one of those.
yeah,
be sure to
one of
check
them.
out be sure to check out our review recently for Bring Them Down, which I really enjoyed, as well as all our Sundance coverage. Lots of great stuff coming from Sundance, which will be out later this year. I'm Vin. You can find me on Blue Sky at Vin Writes Words.
I am John, and you can find me at John Movie Watch on Blue Sky.
Be sure to follow thecosmiccircus.com on Blue Sky and My Cosmic Circus, where you can find more reviews, articles, editorials, and opinions like the ones you just watched. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.